YouTube, Twitch. What's up? This is zilnation, and for this live stream, I will be, talking about the Wandavision show, and just what I think about it right now. Because, like, in my opinion, the show, show more questions than answers, in my opinion. But this last episode show more answers and questions in my. But it's just me, in my opinion. It just not starting to answer some of the questions that I have about the show. So like, who's the villain? Who did it? The reason why? Because like, in my opinion, now, if you gonna talk about who's supposed to be the villain, and plus you gotta make sure about WandaVision, and plus the show don't even answer the questions within their own vicinity. I think, in my opinion, but it's just me. Cause like in my opinion, if you do a show, the show supposed to answer questions. The show not supposed to give more questions than answers, in my opinion. And with the WandaVision show, when in the first 2 or 3 episodes has shown more questions than answers. In my opinion, but some people might not agree with me on that. But the thing is, if y'all got questions about this show, to me, it's like a one, like a 5 stars. I give it 3 so far, a 3-star show, because the show had given me more questions. Because this show gave me more questions than answers, in my opinion. It gave me more questions than answers. But some people might not agree with me on that. But the thing about my opinion is, like, the WandaVision show had given me more questions than answers, in my opinion. But and that's not good, in my opinion. If you're gonna have a show give me more questions than answers, in my opinion, because like the first 2 episodes should have been 1 episode, I think, in my opinion. And the first 2 episodes shouldn't. This should have been just 1 episode, I think, in my opinion. And plus, the other episodes should just put along that plot and everything else. I think, in my opinion, put the plot out and everything else like that, in my opinion. And these WandaVision shows seem like they go through eras like the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. And but it seemed like the introduction was different each thing. But the thing, in my opinion, is like I give Marvel credit just for trying to do something different. Because, in my opinion, it was a good attempt at being different. But but they should have given more, how can I say, they should have given more credence to it. I think, in my opinion, they should have given more credence, I think, in my opinion, this to the show. And this should have had the show answer more questions than giving answers. Because, like, for me, I already know that Wanda was going through grief and her powers might have been manifesting and stuff like that. But certain things that had happened, um, I kind of knew that it wasn't her. I think, in my opinion, I kind of knew it wasn't her. It wasn't WandaVision that was actually doing some of this other sound, like the bird, the killing, that that's the killing of the dog, and she couldn't bring it back. And that's when I was starting to figure out that it was somebody else, and plus for the villain that was revealed, that was not a real good. I am trying to send out notifications to my Twitter. I hope it goes down. Because, like in my opinion, right, if you're gonna have Agnes as your villain, this should have had episodes showing Agnes doing just doing stuff behind the scene, just try to show it like at the end, like supposed to mean something. But sounding like for me, it just don't mean nothing to me. It just don't mean nothing to me in my opinion. Because like if you gonna introduce a new villain, at least has something good going on. I think, in my opinion, if you gonna introduce a new villain, something like Agnes, that Agnes who's supposed to be a witch or something like that, is somebody probably can explain to me her origins. Because like the things like I know a little bit about Wanda, just a little bit. And plus, a little bit that I know about Wanda is that kind of like a little bit I know about Wanda. It sounds like she's a witch. She's supposed to be Magneto's daughter, I think. But some MCU they kind of changed it up. Assisted changed it up. I gotta have to learn about new stuff. They gotta have to learn that but it sound like for me, if you gotta have Wanda as a different origin, sound like how can I say this? If you gotta have new origins, for Wanda, I think in my opinion, at least try to bring fresh stuff to the show and sound like Vision. Ooh, I got some criticism. The Wanda character, she acted dumb at certain points, which I didn't like. Vision, he got his own mind back, but he's still not trying to. He tried to investigate one of them, but it seems like he still that he got back when Dorsey came in and he tried to get out. Doing that last episode 6. That one wanted this expand her circle, expand her hamster or something that Westview, and she got these people trapped right along with Agnes. But sound like for me, I think Agnes might have been the one helping Wanda feel her grief and just trying to expand her power because her power is based on emotion. Sound like Ashley say. I think that's what I think her power is to feel by emotions. But it sounds like for me, right? If you gotta have a hero feel about emotions and stuff like that, and she calm at certain points, she panicking at certain points. Something like the first 7 episodes, the first 7 episode discussions. My ratings for it is 3 stars. It's 3 stars so far because they showed to me I give more questions than answers. And but sound like for Vision, how you got your own mind back, and plus you still not still trying to ask questions to Wanda that just to help you get out the circle, and for you to and for you to be able to get out the circle with your whole body, everything like that, in my opinion. But it seemed like Wanda just was content at first, throughout the first 3 or 4 episodes. I think she was content unless something this stuff was happening around her, and she didn't care. I think, in my opinion, and this what Geraldine had came into the circle, which was pick out, which was sold out just by Agnes. When Agnes said that somebody just don't belong, and they figure out it's Geraldine, and then Geraldine had said something about her brother that triggered something in her. Talks on how do you know about my brother, and she figured out the circle, and now and now she have powers within there that now she have powers was Wanda had put her out the circle, which is not the way that Monica Rambeau got her powers. I'm telling you that right now. That is not the way that Monica Rambeau got her powers. Because Monica Rambeau got her powers by some kind of shipwreck, and plus they got it. In my opinion, that they should have went with the her origins. They should have had Captain Marvel too, everything like that. In my opinion, if you're gonna do everything like that, they change it up. Like in my opinion, um, if you gonna do that, if you gonna change around origins, everything like that, and plus, in my opinion, and that is wrong. I think, in my opinion, if you gonna have stuff like that, if you gonna have stuff like how can I say, stuff like the Mark Rambo, she get her powers just by the Mark by some, how can I say this? She got her power because just because Wanda had put her some kind of hex in, but put her out the circle, which was dumb. I think, in my opinion, for her to get her powers that way, because like you seen, like her powers seem like it take she agreed. I think Monica Rambo supposed to be some kind of creed, half creed, because she got her powers by that. I think, in my opinion. But it seems like, in my opinion, if you gonna have shows and stuff like that, I think, if you're gonna do stuff like that, at least make it make sense. And plus, doing that part, just when Mark Rambo just had got her powers like that, it did make sense. Be, because Wanda just had used her power to put it out there and put her through the hex. That would have seemed like to me, if I'm wrong on that, if Marvel changed something, time forward, just how uh, just how Monica Rambo get her powers in the future, I'll be mad because that's what I saw this show. I seen how she got the power stuff like that. Just when Michael throwing her out, she came right back in and everything like that. And plus, for me, right, and just then the end of the season, if you gonna have how can I say this? If you went back in to rescue somebody, why are you not doing it? If you went in, if you went in to do that, that's gonna be a problem. I think, in my opinion, because you supposed to have a mission. Your mission was to rescue Wanda and try and just try to talk some sense into Wanda and tell her that something is going on. I think, in my opinion, if that's your job, then you're supposed to do that. And that just, in my opinion. And let me try to find an article on the Wanda show, because shoot, because I saw something done with the Wandavision show when they talking about they had some kind of article on it, because this show would sound like this show don't. And they try and they try to say this show better than Wonder Woman 84. It's not. This show, right, this WandaVision show is not better than Wonder Woman 84. And Wonder Woman 84 is better than more than half the Marvel movies in the MCU right now. And that just me. She said that it supposed to be some kind of cameo. Um, it supposed to be some type of big lower cameo. Um, just on the level of Luke Skywalker. I do not know who they can bring, but sound like my thing. Like I probably can Sound like, in my opinion, all the stuff I could think of, it sounds like they probably could bring the cameo could be Doctor Strange. It could be a Spider Man. It could be like a Doctor Strange villain. It could be Agnes in her true form. If she got another form, it could be her. In my opinion, but it's just me. But it's just me, in my opinion. If you just gonna do that, but it's true. I'm just trying to figure out because if you're gonna try to figure out, I think, in my opinion, all these stuff, and I got the article. It's on Yahoo. Let me share the screen. The screen. Yep, share it, share it. Come on, come on, come on. Don't do this to me right now. Don't do this to me. Yep, right there, right there. Um, Marvel WandaVision. Marvel Wanda has a future, but WandaVision fate is unclear. And let's just read this article. Let me read this article to see what they mean by that. WandaVision wrapped initial run next month on Disney streaming service. Elizabeth Olsen will make her next appearance in the big screen and Doctor Strange sequel. Okay. Now, I know that this show will be connected to how can I say this? Um, how can I say this? They had this show. This show right here is connected to WandaVision, and this show is also connected to Doctor Strange second movie, this sequel, which I think Doctor Strange should get three movies. I think, in my opinion, he should get three. But some people might not agree on that. But time for me, I think he probably should get three movies. Some people might not agree with me on that, but for me, he should get three movies. And put and let just continue reading it. It's storytelling that determines when a character from Marvel Comics hopscotch in between TVs and movies. Marvel Studios chiefs say Wednesday at all of this crossover in between series and films will always vary based on the story. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. It's based on a story and not just doing just to do it. Okay, I'm good with that. And sometimes a series will go into a season two, and sometimes it go into a feature, then go back into a series. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, I'm good with that. If Wanda mess with Scarlet Witch, play opposite of Benedict Cumberbatch, title character Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, planned for 2020 release next year. Next year, that's good to know. Next year. And Fendi went and say when the WandaVision, Marvel Studio first series have future after March 5th season finale. And the riff on Generations of TV sitcom was added a superhero twist, brought Wanda and Paul Bettany character Vision to the forefront from the Avengers movie franchise. Okay, which it did, which I think Marvel had downgraded. They had downgraded Vision to a point. I think, in my opinion, based on the Ultron movie. When he left for Thor hammer, I was saying he got me tight. But the thing is, he's still tight. And I like his comic book version better. I like them both though. And let me try to see. I've been in Marvel for too long. It definitely the no or definitely yes to anything. Trying to find reply. When asked about the TV show during the virtual panel held held by Television Critics Association, but seasons are being considered for series, and he said without giving away details. They are fearing potential new Disney candidates, including the Falcon and Winter Soldier, debut on March 19th. Okay. And Mark Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan reprising their roles from the Avengers Endgame. Loki, starring Tom Hiddleston, following the events of Endgame, joined June 11th. After just after Miss Marvel arrived on streaming service, date yet to be announced. Oh shucks. I hope the show actually good though. I hope that Miss Marvel show actually good because for me she like a Mr. Fantastic. And yet to be announced, and the character will move to the next Captain Marvel movie. Feige saying he asks. Let me see. The story continues. Come on, people. Dang, I hope this. And he asks, shifting the Marvel stories in between characters, film, and TV might end up cutting into potential audience. But I always say, when the lights go down, the movie starts. It's a clean slate. Forget everything that's come before. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I can't do that because you try to forget everything that come before. That disrespecting the past. I think, in my opinion, but that's just me. He acknowledged that as the studio make more shows and films, introduces new characters, it becomes harder and harder to meet that goal. Just break them apart. That's it. A miniseries if you could. But it's something that all our writers or filmmakers pay great attention to. I don't know about that. Some of the movies make sense, some of them didn't. But when Walt Disney acquired Marvel Entertainment for about $4 billion in 2009, probably built up some properties with the other studios, as the Marvel studio might be able to regain them. Mark Feige said he believed it could happen, but added rumors online about things reverting to Marvel always aren't true. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Just in my opinion based on this article telling me that Kevin Feige got a plan. I hope his plan work, but shucks, he got a plan though. And his plan right there probably can work or not work in my opinion. But it could be a good thing or a bad thing. But some people might not agree with his plan. Some people will. But it just me, in my opinion, that Kevin Feige plan probably could work if he actually could organize everything and stuff like that. In my opinion, because if he can make it like a weekly show and he can make this show come out this time, sound like the Winter Soldier. If they gonna introduce new characters, put the new characters up in the shows with established characters and make their own show or movie spin off from that. I think, in my opinion, but the thing is, make sure the character is well written, well liked, and just make sure the show, make sure the new character, actually makes sense doing that storyline. I think, in my opinion, and that could be a good thing, bad thing. But some people might agree on that. But time for me, I think the WandaVision show, I I think this WandaVision show could have a potential giving me, these last two episodes could be good. It could be a B minus or B plus because this show is a C minus so far. Because this show gave me more questions than answers. Just doing some episodes think that would happen. Because the thing I did not see the beekeeper again. But I see Agnes. I see the black man that was there asking her if she need help with anything. Um, I, I am still skeptical about him on the show. I'm still skeptical. And Agnes, I already know she was the villain because she was always too comfortable around kids, and she was always coming in at the time we didn't meet her and stuff like that. I think, in my opinion, if you don't do that, and plus the WandaVision show, I thought the WandaVision show was supposed to be a serious show because you know your House of M. The House of M is a serious thing, and this show seemed like it was more funny and more comedy. It's more funny comedy so far, I think. But the thing is, it got some serious parts to it. But the thing is, it's more comedy than serious, in my opinion, and that's not a good thing, in my opinion. And plus, the next thing that I will be talking about is the Blue Beetle. The they have Blue Beetle serious thing sound like they might be talking about everything like that. But the thing on this actually, I'm talking about WandaVision. And this WandaVision thing, man, the show could have been better. I think, in my opinion, if they would have went by this storyline that was in the comics. But the thing is, I know they can't do it since you're not talking about the comics, everything like that. But that's not. But that's just me. But that me, I'm just a comic person. But some people, but the thing is, some people tell me something. It's not about the comics. They were trying to do their own way and anything else like that. But that's just me. And this show so far, it's a C minus. I don't, I don't like the way the show was going. With all these shows going through the era, because like for me, I was trying to follow the show. Okay, I could have followed it. First episode, the on the first episode, Wanda lost. Then she started to manipulate stuff. First episode, second episode, little bit, and just a little bit of story corroboration, just a little bit. That's it, and that is bad. Third episode, just a little bit again, just a little bit of storytelling. The fourth episode, fourth, fifth, is more than a little bit of story. How can I say this? A little more than a little bit of story progression and stuff like that. Six, seven episode, more. It, they just got more story progression. Six, seven episodes, but the thing is, still don't make no sense. Darcy, she is able to see within the hex. But some old TVs, which don't make no sense. I think, in my opinion, it make no sense. But the thing is, if y'all can make it make sense, the reason why Dorsey probably can see inside a hex what WandaVision made is, in my opinion, when she shouldn't be able to see inside the sex, which is dumb. I think, in my opinion, but the thing, but that's just me. But you shouldn't be able to see inside a telepath hex, even with technology, unless that technology is imbued by magic or some kind of sorcery or something like that. Then you probably can do that. But the thing about my opinion is like, I'm trying to figure out these kids real or not. Because them kids shouldn't be real because on her head because she just wanna um just a happy she want a happy stuff a happy life of vision everything like that in my opinion, but it seems like that she won't get it. But that's just me in my opinion. But she might get it, but she might get it later on with somebody else or vision. Don't know. Because like for me, if they gotta bring vision back to life, is he gotta have gray gray body or something like that? Which I am confused about. If y'all can tell me about that, it will be good. I think, in my opinion, if y'all can tell me about the uh, how they're supposed to bring back Vision and how they bring back Vision body, that he was made by vibranium, which made no sense. But some people might not like me for saying that. But the thing is, that made no sense. Which why the government was able to bring apart vibranium. Unless we're half vibranium or some kind of lower form of it. That's the only way I could think of. But just by itself, it shouldn't even be uh, um it shouldn't even be no tool to break up some type of vibranium by vision, which make no sense. But just me, in my opinion. And plus, when Monica came in the picture, she's a good actress. I like her, and she's too brave to a point because she came in, she sing you out. But you try to bring it in, you try to bring in a drone. It worked. But the man from Soar had messed up when he tried to shoot him with the he when he tried to shoot her with the stuff. He tried to shoot her with the drone missile, which which when Wanda got mad, she came out the hex. She pointed the guns towards the just towards the people. I think, in my opinion, towards the man. How can I say this? Just towards the man. How can I say this? Oh man, shucks. Who was it towards? It was towards the head man or sword, some kind of director. Yeah, but I'm just trying to figure out his name, but I don't know what his name. If y'all can tell me his name, it'd be good and helpful for me because cause I know Dorsey, I know Mark Rambo, I know Jimmy Woo. I think Jimmy is the Asian FBI. I think he those three characters I know. Plus I know Wanda, I know Vision, and for the two kids is new in the speedster. The speedster for the X-Men universe, and Wanda just assessed them. How could you accept somebody that don't even look like your brother? That make no sense. Unless her mind is that messed up and blinded by Agnes, which I didn't know that was the villain. I think, in my opinion, but that's just me. And 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 plus Agnes is not supposed to be more powerful than one. The last time I checked, but she is. It's put in the comments. And plus YouTube, YouTube, and plus my ending and plus my ending of this discussion. There was Wandavision in my live stream. Um, y'all have and y'all have a good. Oh shucks. And y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good day. I'll see y'all later and see y'all next time. Wait a minute.